Hi, I'm Don Blackwell, and I'm the Executive Director for the Gospel Broadcasting Network, and I'm here on one of the sets of the movie Bound. I have here with me today Steffi Motal. Steffi is the star of the movie Bound. She plays the character Sherry Harper. Steffi, thank you for being here with us today.
Sure, thanks for having me.
Appreciate you taking the time to let us interview you. To begin with, why don't you tell us a little bit about the character that you play?
Well, she's a young woman from Seattle, Washington, who has had some difficulties in her life outside of her control, but in addition to that has made some poor choices, and just a matter of circumstance ends up in Texas with a family that wants to help her.
Okay. Now, you're not an actor by trade. How did you end up in this movie?
Well, Rudy Kane from WVBS came to our congregation and just made an announcement about the project and the different things that they needed to fill, both cast and crew, and I got excited about doing some sort of acting in the movie, not necessarily the lead role, but went and signed up for that.
Okay. Had you done acting before?
None at all.
Okay.
None at all.
All right. I think you had mentioned you played a part in school in a play or something.
Well, it was not even a play. It was 7th grade drama class, an elective course. So we didn't even do a play.
Okay. Steffi, who are you in real life?
Well, my husband Chad, who actually plays Daniel in the movie, and I are active members of our congregation in San Marcos University, and we have 2 sons. Trenton is almost 14, and our younger son Weston is 5. Okay. And career-wise, I have a degree in architecture, and I'm looking to get licensed, so I've been doing that for quite a while. Did
you have to take a break from your career to make the movie? I know this had to be time-consuming for you.
It was very time-consuming, but no, WVBS worked around my schedule. I was already taking Fridays off out of the office, so we did all of our filming either in the evenings or on Fridays and Saturdays to make that work.
And you made quite a sacrifice for the movie, I understand.
Well, the idea came up about cutting my hair. I typically wear it really long, as those who watch the movie will see. And when it was brought up, I said, sure. I had done that 2 other times, cut it all off at once to donate to Locks for Love. So this was the 3rd time as part of the movie.
Okay. Was that painful to have to cut your hair?
It really wasn't. I enjoy donating it, so it's kind of a cycle for me. Grow it out, chop it all off.
Okay. Now, you also did some, I guess, sacrifices because you did your own stunt work in the movie, I'm told.
I did. That was a really exciting part for me. They said they would get someone to do it, and I pretty much insisted that no, I wanted to do my own stunts. And
so you fell out of the back of the truck, and
I did.
Understand you had some bruises and some soreness associated with that.
Yes, especially the running, too. At the beginning of the movie, I ended up pretty tight. I'm not a runner typically, but it fed into the fact that I was, the character was kind of weak and tired and hurt.
Right, so it worked then.
Yeah, it just went with it.
Now, since you are one of the lead characters, the main character, you had a lot of lines. Did you have any trouble memorizing your lines?
I really didn't. I really thought I was going to. In fact, when I found out I was selected for the lead, I wanted to start memorizing right away, but the lines weren't smoothed out and ready for that yet. So we just kind of went with whatever ended up being ready to read that day, and I would read it through a couple times, and it all stuck. So it was, and they were also really good about letting me change things so that it came out naturally. Right. I think that was helpful for getting everything else, the emotion and the positioning and everything else right.
Right. What would you say was the most surprising thing to you about the movie making process?
It was really the time. I had no idea when we started that after 8 hours of filming, we would only have 3 or 4 minutes of rough cut movie.
Wow.
So there's a lot of lighting and microphones and things that you have to get set up before you can even film a scene, and then depending on how many takes, it takes a lot of time.
Did the movie turn out like you envisioned? I know you had to have something in your mind when you were done. Did it turn out like you expected?
It turned out way better than I expected, to be honest. I mean, none of us had ever done this before, and I just, I guess, didn't have any idea in my mind that it would end up being so polished and professional looking.
Well, good. If you had an opportunity to do a movie again, would you do it?
Yes. I would have maybe not said that a few months ago, but I would now.
Okay. I know it had to take a lot of time and it was taxing, but I know it was rewarding too. What do you feel was the most important thing to convey in the movie, maybe through your character?
Well, you know, the message is about reaching out to God when you're in trouble. And so really kind of conveying where she was at the start of this journey and how angry she is at God, that was really important to get right. And a lot of people have said, well, wasn't that just really hard to say those things? And it really wasn't, because I knew from the beginning that that was a crucial part of the emotion, the path, the journey that she's on.
God? That's the important thing you want to talk to me about? Are you kidding?
If you could change one thing about the movie, what would you change?
I think we could have made a little comedic scene out of the introduction of Robert to Sherry. She is reading a book as he walks up, and not to give too much away, but she had previously thrown a book at Daniel. And so it would have been really funny in my mind for him to reach down and take, you know, said, I'll hold on to your book for you.
Right. Okay. So. That would have been good. Did you enjoy this?
Absolutely. It was a lot of fun. I had no idea how much fun it would be, and just getting to know new friends. Al and Rhonda, we didn't know them before this process, and they are dear friends to us now. We just had a really good time.
Well, good. Thank you, Steffi. We appreciate so much you taking the time to be here today. We do want to encourage you to look for Bound on the Gospel Broadcasting Network. Look at our schedule and see the dates and watch it, and encourage others to watch it also. Thank you very much.
But I want you to know I have no need for your God.